Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me as me and my friend get ready to go out tonight. We're going to a party at this place called Chelsea's. So I'm going to show y'all my makeup routine, what I'm wearing. I'm really wearing something chill today because it's very cold. I'm not going to deal with that. So I'm going to be kind of chill, but I'm going to just show y'all my process of getting ready, my makeup routine, and yeah. So y'all stay tuned. Okay y'all, so first I start off by cleaning my face. I always use a toner just to get any excess oil off. You just want to make sure your face is 100% clean because that is super important when you're going to start applying your foundation and your other makeup. I also use this salicylic acid from the Ordinary brand. I just use this kind of to help with, you know, my skincare. You just really want to take really good care of your skin when applying makeup. So I always do like my skin routine before I actually get into the application. Next, I get my moisturizer, and y'all, this brand, I live, eat, sleep, and dream by this brand. It's literally the best. And in this moisturizer, it also contains sunscreen, which is very important for your skin. So I use this almost literally every day. Okay, next y'all are gonna get your e.l.f. Primer. I think it's the Grip Primer. Honestly, I don't remember the name. But when I say this is like one of the best primers, it's very similar to the Milk Primer, which I also have used before. They're basically the same thing, except for this one's just cheaper. It's like $10 from Ulta. So yeah, I use this and I spread it all across my face. And then after you get done spreading it, you want to just make sure you fan your face so that it gets a little bit tacky, so that way the foundation can stick to your skin. Okay y'all, and so next you're gonna get your eyebrow pencil. This is like one that's $1.99 from the hair store, can't lie. Normally I use Anastasia, but lately I've just been using this one because it's more convenient and I actually like it. It works pretty well. And y'all, don't ever get like caught up in trying to buy the name brands with things. With makeup, it really doesn't matter. Only thing name brand I stick by really though is my foundation and like setting sprays, just because those are important. But for eyebrow pencils, it really don't matter. So what you're gonna do is just shape your natural brows. That's what I do. I don't like to make my eyebrows too big because I feel like that looks kind of clownish. So I always try to shape my natural shape. And you just want to fill it in. Don't do it too dark because that can get a little scary. And so you want to just make sure you fill it and go over a little bit lightly, but just dark enough to where it still shows. Okay, next you're gonna grab your concealer and a liner brush. That's what I like to call it. And y'all, this concealer, I got this from the hair store for like $3.99. And when I say this is probably better than some of the name brand concealers I've ever used, like I love it. It's perfect. But long story short, you're just gonna shape the outside of the eyebrows that you drew. Don't go too crazy because you don't want them to be too thin. But you also want to make sure, you know, you just clean up any errors that you made when you were doing your brows. As you can see, I kind of just go through. This part is a little difficult, especially to do on a handheld mirror. I usually do it in my big mirror so I can see better. So yeah, and then you're just gonna blend it out. And whatever is left over, don't worry about it because the foundation is gonna cover it up. But I like to blend mine before I put my foundation on my face, so that way it looks pretty full and nice. And you know I have to bring out the Big Fenty Beauty. I think this is the shade of 430 that I like to use. I do a little bit lighter than my face, just a smidgen, just because I have like, I want to say a soft, warm undertone. So this kind of works better for me. But I just pretty much blend that with the foundation brush. This is the new brush I decided to buy on a whim when I was at TJ Maxx, but you could really use any kind of brush. I like fluffy brushes too. But I just kind of go through and blend. And also, I don't think I show this on here, but when you're blending your foundation, y'all, if it's a little bit lighter than your skin, as you can see, it's a little bit lighter, you're going to want to make sure you blend on your neck, under your chin, everywhere, so that way it matches, because you don't want to be two different skin colors. It's a little, you know, scary looking. So you just want to make sure you blend as much as possible. I go over my eyes, under my eyes, on my nose, everywhere. You just want to get as much coverage as possible. But when you're applying it, you don't have to use a lot of foundation. You could just use a couple of drops like you saw, because the coverage is pretty good just with those few drops. Now you're going to grab the concealer that you use for your eyebrows. I always do one that's a little bit lighter than my foundation, and y'all going to see why, because I use 2 concealers when I'm doing this. But I do under my under eyes, because I have dark circles like around my eyes, sometimes like a raccoon. So I'll be having to cover it up. But you're just going to want to do that, and I do mine a little bit above my lip, and just really the points where I want to like make my face light up. So you're going to take your beauty blender. You can either spray second spray before or after, it's up to you, but I just kind of just wet it a little bit and then just go. And just blend it out pretty much, and just do this until it's blended into the foundation, as you're gonna see.
Couple stares, couple texts, couple dates, couple I think that we're ready, couple I think we should wait. Are we acting like a couple? I'm just trying to get it straight, cause I'm over here convinced that it's too early for mistakes. And then
you had to change up the game. Oh, the weather is not the same. Now there's only cloudy days. Can't stand the rain in July.
Okay, and next I get my Lo and Behold Fenty Beauty Concealer. Honestly, y'all, I don't even know what color this is. I just kind of picked it up when I was shopping one day. But I like to do a lighter color than the concealer I used before, and obviously lighter than my foundation, because this is going to be the main points that really brighten up your under eye. And so I also like to do it on my nose, because when I do my contour, it makes it stand out more. But you're just going to blend that similar to how you did the other concealer under your eyes, and just go through. But you don't want to go too crazy, because you don't want to look like a ghost or something. Like, you know, you want it to blend right. So don't use too much of this. I like put emphasis on not using too much. You want it to use just a little bit and just blend that out throughout your face.
Something worth mentioning. Energy invested in someone I saw potential in. Who killed chivalry? They need to get their sentence in. Meanwhile,
okay, and y'all, next you're gonna get this Black Radiance contour palette. I love this one, y'all. I've been using Black Radiance since I first started learning how to do makeup. It's perfect and it's very inexpensive. But I just highlight my cheekbones and my little nose bridge and just go through that. I don't go too crazy with the contour, because thankfully I was blessed with high cheekbones and a small nose anyway, so I don't have to do much. So I just blend that upwards. But if you know you want to shape your nose, I would do a little bit heavier, just so it can, you know, show up on your skin and actually shape it the way you want it to be shaped. But I don't do too much, just because my nose bridge is pretty tiny, so I don't really have to worry about shaping it too much. But you're just gonna blend it upwards and tap it. You don't want to go too crazy with the blending. Like, you want to always blend it upwards, not downwards. That's very, very, very important. And I always take a tiny brush to do my nose. Excuse me singing, y'all. I was feeling the music. But yeah, I just kind of go through and just bring it down, like on the outside of my nose, not in the inside where I already put the concealer at, because you don't want it to, you know, mess it up. So you just keep brushing it, and make sure you keep blending and blending and blending, because you do not want people to see that you contour your face. Like, that's a big pet peeve of, you know, having your lines show. Next, you're gonna get your powder. I love this powder. I think it's the Maybelline Fit Me, and y'all, it literally works so well. I just kind of put it where I put my concealer at, and I just go around my under eye, because that's typically the places for me that get oily and it's just so bad. So I put a lot of powder, I can't even lie to y'all. And I put some above my lips and just on my chin, and I also shape the contour. But what I do is drag it across and drag it down to shape my cheekbones. I don't like when people do straight across, because you can typically tell that, you know, they did it. It doesn't shape your face well. But if you do it like that and drag it down, it's good. Then I take my Banana Deep powder, and this is a lighter powder that I like to use, and I like to do a little bit of under eye just to make it bright. And then I also will go on my nose just to highlight the contour and the concealer that I already did. It makes it look really, really well. And I also kind of shape the inward of my contour that I did on my nose, just so, you know, it shapes the nose still. When that's done sitting for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I just go ahead and brush it off. As you can see, it's already kind of melted into my skin. But I just kind of brush it off and just try to get as much off as you can, but still put it in your skin so it's staying there. But just any excess powder, just brush it off. And I go back over with my foundation brush in case it's too like ashy looking. You don't want it to look ashy, so I add a little bit of color onto my skin. And I hope the makeup girlies don't chew me out, but y'all, I love using eyeshadow as a blush. I cannot lie to y'all. This eyeshadow that I use, I found it in a hair store. I'm always in a hair store, clearly. But I found it there. And when I say this works as the best blush for me, I just love it. And I just apply it on my cheekbones and a little bit on my nose. Then I get my Fenty Beauty highlight palette. I usually use gold because gold is kind of like my little color. And I put a little bit on my nose, as you'll see in a second. on the bridge of my nose and at the tip of my nose just to highlight those points on my face. And then I'll get also another like highlighter brush and I'll do a little bit on my cheekbones just to show, you know, my cheekbones are popping, period. So yeah, you'll see how I apply this. I just do a very light pat on my face, nothing too crazy. Okay, and next you're gonna get your setting spray. And when I say y'all are gonna wanna spray your face like crazy, I'm not gonna lie, that's so important. Just to make sure your face is set, I like to fan my face. And then after I get done with that, I become a mascara girly, kidding a lot of y'all. So I put on my mascara, I go under my lashes and I go over my lashes. I also do my bottom lashes. Excuse if you see any of it get on my eyelids. I'm a little reckless when I go to do this. But I just like to do this because I kind of like the natural look. Lashes work too though. I do like wearing lashes. But I just kind of have been liking my natural lashes lately. So I just go through with this and just make sure that they look full. And I do it like maybe a couple of layers. I'm not going to lie. I go back through at least twice.
Grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Cause all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind. Cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is, nigga, you came a long way. Bad news is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Being broke is better, life that's better than yours. This thing is life that's better than yours. Think being broke is better, life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. For what's money without happiness?
Okay, and as you can see, this is mainly majority of my makeup. I just like to go through now with my lip gloss. I use the brown one. I don't know if y'all can see the colors or whatever, but I get the dark brown one. I don't even know the name of it. And I just kind of outline my lips a little bit. I just go around the edge and then in the on the bottom one too. And then I kind of mesh my lips together just to kind of help it spread everywhere, because you're gonna go back through it with two more different colors. So next I do a darker pink. I don't remember the name, can't lie to y'all, but I use this faithfully. And I just put it on the pink part of my lips, not necessarily directly on the brown. On the top part, I go up a little bit at the top of my lip, but not like crazy where it's supposed to be lined at, if you get what I'm saying. I just want to add some colors to my lip. And then lastly, you're going to get the lightest pink one. Excuse how dirty that is, y'all. It be in my purse. I'm not going to lie. And it be everything in my purse. So I use that and I kind of just go back over the pink just to make it a little bit brighter, because you want your lips to pop and you want to bring color to your face, because pink is always cute. And typically I go back over through again with the brown, as you can see here, just to make sure that the brown is still showing like it's lined. And there you go, y'all. My face is pretty much done. I sometimes, because I'm picky, like to still add a little bit more foundation just to help it blend, because I'd be like, I need to make sure I can like get rid of that ashiness. I just hate the ashiness. But after you do this, and that's not even really required, it's just really your preference, your face is pretty much done. I love a soft beat. I love like looking natural but still pretty. Like you could tell my makeup is done, but it's still like a natural kind of vibe. So yeah. And this is the chill outfit after it's put together. I have my Uggs, my jeans with my little crop top and jacket, and the Louis. I also added some accessories to make it pop, as you can see. And here's a little video of myself, because my face eats. And that's all, y'all.